do like that. So that's tip up.
Does that carry deep?
Pretty deep, yeah.
Yeah.
And that orange makes it pretty easy to.
You might want to put some skateboard tape on it because it's slick on the side.
Yeah. On the side that I'd be going for.
Right. This is Emerson, TMP Patreon member, guys. I am meeting him in person. Really cool dude. He is a winner of a Patreon giveaway. He's been a Patreon member for a while. I decided to deliver it in person on the KTM 690. Cheaper than mailing it, actually. And at this point, I got to conserve money.
Exactly.
It's like $8 to mail it to you and about $1 in gas for me to drive it to you.
No kidding. Plus with postage, you don't know who's handling it.
Yeah.
Or their preparations or anything. So.
Now, I do have my COVID mask right here, dudes, but I'm not wearing it because you won't be able to hear me. So I'm just going to social distance here.
6 feet away.
So he won Patreon crap, and that's all it is. It's just crap. It's a drop-down holster out of inventory, leather gloves. He's got like a Chinese blade in there. It's pretty good, though. It's not bad. It's kind of a line steel knockoff.
That's a good one.
It's solid, right?
Oh, yeah. And that's like good fit for the hand.
And best of all, it's free.
Yeah. Can't be free.
Then he's got like a neck knife and then that shoulder bag I gave him.
That's already in there.
So sorry it took me so long.
No worries.
He's been super patient with me. He won a giveaway like 2 months ago.
Back in, I think November was the original.
4 months ago. I said, Emerson, I promise I haven't forgotten about you.
And you did say, like, it'll take a while. It's like, that's okay. And I just wanted to make sure there's no, like, porch pirates, like, swiping cool stuff off of my porch.
So this is actually part of his residence. We're not going to tell you exactly where it is. And when I went to the front porch, I was kind of worried that I was going to be taking rounds with what's going on because I had my helmet on because I didn't know if I'm at the right address or what. And luckily that didn't happen.
Yeah, we have a pretty cool area just because we've got a massive parking lot and the lawn. And actually,
talk real loud, saying
where these trailers are, that's also part of the lot.
Yeah.
One of them's my in-laws, and then
the trailers. One of them is your in-laws.
One of them's the in-laws, and then the other ones are paying my in-laws to park their stuff there. So
this is a real cool central place you live in. I mean, everything is super close where you're at right here.
Yeah.
I can tell you tell the city, right?
Yeah.
Murray, Utah.
Yeah.
So he's in Murray, so this is really centralized.
I mean, you can see the mountain. You can pretty much, if you're in the Salt Lake and you see that mountain, you know generally where things are at.
Gear check.
Yeah.
And this is with no notice.
Absolutely.
Because he came out.
None.
Well, he said he looked out and he saw the bike, and then when he saw this sticker, he knew it was me. TMP Moto Adventures.
So, I'm not just at home chilling with this. I've gone out for the day and come back. So this is completely
unplanned.
Yeah, completely unplanned.
Micro stream, it looks like.
Yeah, Streamlit micro stream.
Mm-hmm.
And then just a CRKT.
M16.
Yep.
Okay, nice.
I like the safety only for the disengage it because of the liner lock.
Okay. Go ahead.
And then multi-tool.
What?
Yep.
Okay, you didn't just throw that in the pocket. Oh, it's a TMP stick. Quick, hon, where did I put my multi-tool?
No, this was.
What is that?
It's I literally just had it, so I've never had to like buy one, but it's got nail clippers and it's got tweezers.
Hey, it passes.
And a kind of a weird scissors, but I use it for more like branches and stuff.
Okay.
Cut branches. But yeah, actually carry that, and then the 938.
So you did arm up when you came out here to check what's going on?
I already had it on me. I was sitting on
what?
The couch.
You walk around the house like this? Dude, that is awesome.
I went out for the day, and then I have a comfortable enough system.
Yeah,
to pull it out.
Great choice, Emerson.
The
Look at
Galco.
that. You're getting an A on your gear check, bro. You've got everything. You got a knife, you got a multi-tool, you got a flashlight, and you got a pistol. Do you have an extra mag on that?
So I don't always carry
you
the
still
extra
pass
mag.
even if you don't.
I don't always carry the extra mag, but I do have it on me right now.
Show it to him. I didn't film
It's
it.
right there.
All right. What's your load? Everyone, what load are you carrying?
It's just the
Doesn't really matter, really.
Sig Sauer
115 it looks like.
I think it's the 124s.
That's a 124?
I
Looks like a smaller bullet.
think so.
Whatever, you got it. It's got a nice big cavity on it.
I just remember, it might be the 115s. I just remember that the 124s were on sale at Doug's Machine Sports.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember what I put in there.
Apple Watch.
Yep, and then Fitbit right here.
See? 2-watch dude.
I talked with my wife
about the way to do it.
Wearing an actual watch.
Here, hold this for a second. I want to show them what I'm rocking here. Okay, so this isn't set up. So I have my my Apple Watch. That's my smartwatch, and then I forget what I have on this side. Oh, okay, Momentum Field Walker Auto.
That's pretty sweet.
Nice, huh? So that's an automatic Field Walker.
It's a good face. So
this is technology. This is second cool. Climb jacket. There you go. And then I got other stuff. Let's see my my knife is just a lightning. Huh, it's got microtext and he carries a freaking lightning. But this is great. It does everything and it's just so fast. Look at the wear on that, dudes. Awesome. And then my gun, I just pulled it out of the tank bag. So here's the tank bag right here. And then my gun is a Glock 43 right here in a Kuziak leather. And then I've got a 9-round polycarbonate mag. What's it? ETS, right? ETS mag. So that's what I'm doing today. And then I'm like Santa Claus, Emerson. So I'm going to other TMPers' houses. And so this is my bag of toys. And then these are the stickers on my KTM, dude. Got a bird there. TMP stickers. I really like that one. Okay. And I got more. I could bore you guys. I got my fanny pack here. Thank you. How are you doing?
Things are, we're doing okay. My wife has a very stable job. I am out of a job.
Did you just lose your job?
Yeah, last week.
You did?
Yeah. I was.
Are you laid off or they just said, hey, we're done?
They actually asked for volunteers. I was working at a coffee shop. I was managing a coffee shop, and they asked for volunteers who could essentially step away so that others could keep their job. And my wife's job is actually, she's the breadwinner for right now. So I told my boss, like, I can walk away, and that's fine. So I'm out of a job now. Other people can keep their job. They have rent to pay. And so,
here, we'll come over in this corner. I'm not sure how the wind's doing. So what's your stress level? And you said you answered what on the poll? How are you doing?
A 3.
Then that's okay.
Yeah.
It's not horrible. It's not awesome. It's okay.
Yeah. I think from what I remember on the actual poll description, like your job status out. So that took off the point. Preparations. My wife is pregnant. She's due in July. So we have absolutely no baby preparations, and this kind of sucks. Diapers are gone, and if this leads into July, that really kind of
keep going
everything puts everything in flux. Not really sure what we're gonna do. And then I got into a medical school down in St. George, so moving down that way.
By the way, here's $40 from TMP Patreon members for diapers. I'm serious. Take it. Take it. Buy some diapers.
Yeah.
That's from TMP Patreon dudes, man. So I'm just paying it forward.
It's money back.
Money back. It's a refund.
Yeah. We'll be moving down, or at least I'm going to be moving down in July for med school. We've got her place here that her in-laws own, so having a place that's paid for, we don't have rent like a lot of other people. She's got her job. So those are all pluses. As far as ammo and preparations, last year my wife and I spent quite a bit of money putting things together. We've got enough water for 30 days. We have enough food for 45, 50 days between the two of us. Unfortunately, her in-laws don't have a whole lot of stuff, so that'll probably shrink down if things really get bad and services stop. But I think we're okay. When the N95 masks were scarce, we had already bought them because of last year we were thinking earthquake preparedness.
Right.
Which for last week or 2 weeks ago, we had all that stuff out ready to go for if aftershocks kept getting worse and worse. But yeah.
Did you guys shake pretty good here?
It was shaking a ton up here, and then we're in the apartment basement. It was really loud. I actually lived in Chile for a couple years.
Yeah.
And there was an earthquake like that at least once a month. So I kind of have gone through quite a few of those. But that was my wife's very first earthquake, and it really freaked her out.
Yeah.
But yeah, the house is most of it is wood. It's kind of an older house, so it just stood up pretty fine.
Okay. Did you tell me about your food? You kind of said how.
We've got.
In what form is it? How much do you have for you guys?
We've got a completely full freezer and fridge. We've got a ton of canned food, and I have a bunch of Mountain House just from camping stuff that I like to do.
Yeah.
And then we got one of those Costco 60-day buckets for one person. Cut that in half, and you have 30 days.
Okay.
Just freeze-dried stuff.
Okay.
So it's not like the best stuff, but it's shelf stable and portable, and we just have that ready to go. As far as stuff in the pantry and fridge, we've got 30-ish days, my guess. And then with the emergency stuff, another 30, 45 days.
Gotcha.
So
I bet you represent a lot of people. I bet a lot of people are in that if they stretch it, they could go 90, 60 for sure.
Yeah. Like we've...
not comfortably, but you could do 60.
Yeah, it's not going to be...
You're going to be rationing.
Gourmet eating. It's going to be...
crap.
You're counting calories to get the minimum of what you need to push it to the next day.
You might have a wild cat population around here to supplement your meat flow, though.
There's a couple there's actually an Instagram famous cat that lives up here.
An Instagram famous?
Yeah.
Explain.
He's got 300,000 something followers on Instagram. Yeah, it's on my on Patreon. The info, the little graphic.
He has his own Patreon account?
No, he should though. He doesn't do any videos, but he does like. He has a plush line. He got invited to CatCon.
So his owner's just goofing around.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Honda did a deal with Albert. Pompous Albert's the cat's name. And he's just a funny cat, and he lives upstairs. So I have a famous cat neighbor.
Cool. That's fun. Protein.
Yeah. No, the cat's worth more right now than
he's producing more income than you are.
Yeah.
That's sad.
So I think I need to keep the cat around.
Yeah,
at least for
keep
a
him around.
Bit. Yeah.
So do you want to show your weaponry, your wife in a presentable?
I can call her.
Okay.
Make sure that she's okay. She's in sweats for the day.
Well, we don't have to film her. We can film around and point. You just tell me where I can point and where I can't point with the camera. And let's go check your guns.
Cool.
Do you got a tactical carbine?
I do.
Cool. Let's go check it out.
I am prepared for the TNT call.
Check this out. Ooh, we might be coming back for old Emerson.
Hopefully.
You might be getting a phone call 10 o'clock at night. That's how it works, by the way, dudes.
Now that I'm unemployed, you know I'm available.
I know you're available. Let me just put my helmet right there. Take my valuables out. Take my Santa bag. And on we go. It's a little bit windy out here, guys. I think the mic's doing a good job so far, though. No notice visit to a TMPer, a Patreon TMPer.
I didn't unlock the fence. I actually hopped in there. So.
Okay.
Yes, I can unlock that.
Roger that.
This guy's hot.
You can leave it hot.
All
That's
right.
fine. So that's your gun of choice. P320. Nice.
Just,
TLR7 on it. I like that light, by the way. TLR7's awesome.
That was actually from the review. I was like, I should get a light on it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Look how compact that sucker is.
This is a Hawk 981.
What's the brand?
Hawk IAC. It's like the Norinco 870 knockoff.
What's the rounds count on the tube? Is it 5 or 6+1?
I think it's 5. If you have the 982, then it's 6.
Okay.
But it was $200.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
No.
And did the Magpul furniture come with it, or did you put that on?
I had to get that, and then but the saddle came on it, and so I tried taking it off because I'm not entirely in love with it. Mm-hmm. But the pins, I don't have the pins because I bought it off a guy.
Yeah.
The pins don't. They're too big.
Gotcha.
So instead of buying Chinese pins that I don't know if they'll fit or not, I'm just keeping it on.
What do you not like about it? Is it too thick? It sticks out too far from the receiver?
When you actually shoot it, because it's not a full piece, this actually comes off.
Here, talk real loud.
When you shoot it, this piece
really?
right here.
It slides forward and starts coming off?
Yeah, and there's like a rubber hosing thing there, and these slide out as well.
So they don't retain their shells well?
They don't. It's a home defense thing. It's not moving very far. And this guy pops right out. And
Okay,
he's
so it's pick
down.
mounted on that pick rail.
Yeah. So I could do something cool with that, but this piece right here is
Gotcha.
kind of falling.
Well, pro tip for me to you, if you want to do something temporary, drill through the side of that
Yeah.
and just mount a screw right into that aluminum Picatinny rail. Don't go so far as to put it into the receiver,
Yeah.
and at least it wouldn't slide forward. I don't know about retaining shells. I guess if you put them right side up and the rims capture them, then they wouldn't fall out until you do something else.
Yeah.
Little mini project for Emerson.
Okay.
All right, where's your tack vest? So let's say I knock on the door, hey, we have a firefight, we need your help. Just like in Tactically Squared Away Part 2. This dog's cute. Hi, bud. Come on. Come here. Come here, bud.
Oh my goodness, you're a good dog. Yes, you are. You're so friendly. Yes, you are. Come here. Come on. Come here. Yes.
Are you doing guard dog duties?
Where did Dad go?
So this is how it's going to work, Team Peers. Without any notice whatsoever, I may drop by your house and give you a gear check. Maybe a giveaway like Emerson got. There you go, dude. Look at you. Emerson tacked up, bro. Wow, check you out. We need to get some dirt on that rig. I love your patch, of course.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Not staged.
No, he had no idea I was coming today, so he has this all set up. You have a huge ammo load out there, bro.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just saw with the you were recommending 4. I do have them all loaded at 25.
Just for spring tension?
Yeah.
Durability?
Just because I keep them up the whole time, and then it's easier to open 1.5 boxes.
Yeah.
I've got some pistols. These guys are loaded.
So you got 6 or 4 pistol mags.
4, and then here,
That's perfect.
just some
Yeah.
knife.
The Smith & Wesson one?
Yeah. It was inexpensive and.
Oh, what do you know? You got an optic. You got a monocular in there.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was saying. I was like, you kind of need that.
Yeah.
Did you already have that in your vest? Or did you get that from TSA?
I already had
That's
this
smart.
from the very first one, or just maybe from
Yeah.
the discussion boards on the Patreon.
Yeah.
It's just like a.
You want to have an optic because you want to identify what the heck is going on around me.
Yeah. And I was looking at. I pulled everything out, just to cinch things up and check what I've got, because I was reviewing this guy. Because you were talking about what am I actually going to use? Am I actually starting to fire anything? I've got a tourniquet, a light, a multi-tool, a Sharpie, some paracord, which it's light enough that I could just throw it in. Plus it.
I don't
was
see any
already in
mosquito
there.
nets or any camping gear in there.
A chapstick.
Nice. That's exactly how I have mine set up. So I have an accessory pouch of stuff I will need.
Oh yeah.
But
Pouch right here. That
yes,
rolls out.
perfect. But as you saw in TSA Part 2, at least from what I see on BoobTube, a lot of confusion. They think it's a camping setup. It's not.
Yeah.
That's a backpack you'd throw over your back for that. The only thing I would say is, like in TSA Part 2, the thickness on that for going prone. So experiment with it. Maybe we tag you for Soldier Boy. I'm thinking we probably will. We'll have you come out and shoot and try it and just see if it works for you. I'm going to throw you out in the dirt and just go prone. See if you like it. You may not like it because it really sticks you up high.
I've gone out to the desert a couple times and with a buddy, and we'll do like running and shoot steel, and it bounces a lot. Like when I'm running, going prone, since it's just underneath my rib cage, it's actually fairly comfortable.
Okay.
And then just recently, I put on like a little plate, one of those AR 500 plates, and it fits right in here. But then it's a little uncomfortable.
How do you retain the plate with that rig?
It's its own thing, and I put that on first,
Okay.
and then this guy goes on.
And in TSA 2, that's what I was saying. Because I have the cross trot, and then I'll put on that ultra low profile carrier.
Exactly.
And I can run 3 or 3As in it. So it kind of gives me some variability. Because there may be some times you don't want to run body armor.
Yeah.
Not every time. It's really, if you go hour after hour with body armor on, talk to me. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Cops don't like it. It just doesn't breathe very good. Yeah. How's your gun? Talk to us.
It's bought it from a friend. It's a Smith & Wesson M&P 15. Midwest Industries guard. It's pretty lightweight. I got the Strike Eagle.
Great scope choice. I love the Strike Eagles.
And
I've been pushing them hard for last year.
Yeah, the 1-6 is great. I've shot it out to 400 yards successfully, in quite a bit of wind, out past 5 Mile.
Yeah. What's your muzzle device?
I have no idea.
It looks like a checkmate almost, but it's not. I don't know what that is. There's so many I can't keep track.
I got it from a friend, and I just put the guard on, and then we already had these on. I put the light on, but he had like a Feltor stock, and I put the grip on. So the changes I've done are pretty minimal, and I lucked out because I did all this before TNP, and I kept it without the scope. It was 4 or 5 ounces lighter than how it was originally bought. And then with the scope, it's 18 ounces, so it did go up to, I think, 7.6. I have it written down on my phone. 7.6.
Right now, as I'm looking at it, is that with or without a mag?
It is without, I think.
Okay, I think AR 30 round GI is like 4 ounces.
Yeah.
Something
So
like
it's without
empty.
the mag.
Does this grab your beard hair? That's the only thing I didn't like about the SOP mods. Have you ever tried it?
It doesn't really.
It'll rip your hair out if you grow your
Like with
beard.
this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I shave pretty regularly. It doesn't come in very well, so.
How about
Never
your
had an
single point sling? Those are a lot of guys don't like them. Oh, there you go. Yours is a transitional. Awesome. I was going to say the single point actually still serves a purpose, but you do have to manage your gun.
issue. Yeah.
Like if you're running, we used them in TMP for years. They're not ideal. They'll rack your balls,
Yeah.
really quick if
And
you
you
don't
drop
manage your gun.
Yeah, that's
But
what's
you've
nice
got it
about
set up right there, so that's
Having
nice.
this girth, it does sit on top of everything.
Right. There's your thumbnail right there, dudes. Yeah, buddy. Nice. How about the wife? Does she run around armed or not? You're
No,
the
not
man
so
of the house. You're going to be throwing the lead.
Yeah, she's come with me, I think, 3 times to the range total. She's a decent shot, but she just doesn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
Gotcha.
I've tried really hard to get her into it. She at least lets me do my stuff. So.
Do you feel vindicated after telling her the stuff you've probably been telling her for years about, hey, we might have a without rule of law situation.
Yeah.
We need to prep up for the family. Have you been telling her that stuff?
I mean, we did all of our preparations last year, and then, I mean, just as this has played out, she and I have talked about how grateful we are that we did those things, that we spend that money, how we feel lucky that we're more prepared than a lot of people.
I bet
So
she doesn't think you're kooky anymore, does she?
No.
Is she glad you have this? She's not? Even with what's going on?
No. She.
What? Is she kind of anti-gun? Oh, Emerson, dude.
And her mom's even worse.
Oh, no.
So.
So say in comment, team peers, if you have the same situation as
Yeah.
Emerson. I bet there
It's,
are some guys out there like that.
Yeah.
But apparently you just did what's right for the family, right? You just said, you know what? This is how it's going to go.
And as far as, I mean, I brought my father-in-law. He likes to come out with me, but he's not allowed to own anything because of my mother-in-law.
Well,
He has a
he
baseball
chooses
bat.
not to push back.
Yes,
He's
yeah.
allowed to do whatever he wants, but he chooses not to.
He's got a baseball bat. He did baseball in
Oh,
college,
yeah.
so
The old baseball bat. So the old thing I've always said to people who are against anti-self-defense is what I call them. And so they're anti-self-defense, and you have to have a baseball bat. And I'm like, so you're going to bludgeon somebody to death?
it's pretty violent.
That's pretty violent.
Yeah.
And you've already committed to doing violence in protection of your life. So what's the difference between that and running a gun?
And one is you're much closer.
And
to,
horrible.
You have to engage at a much closer reach, which means they also can reach you.
And they can take the bat from you and use it against you. Whereas you could be 50 yards away further.
Yeah.
Now, of course, like I always say, we run away if we can. We de-escalate if we can. We negotiate if we can. And we love rule of law. But what if?
Then I'm hopefully prepared enough.
Now, let me
For a one-man show.
tell me if I'm going to summarize your personal philosophy. I think I know how you feel, but the reason you have this, I mean, it's kind of fun, kind of cool to do all this stuff for sure. It's kind of a hobby.
Yeah.
But the bedrock of it is to defend your family. Is that right? To defend your loved ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
I did pistol marksmanship. I was on the Utah pistol marksmanship team. So the pistols was my actual sport. Shotgun. I liked having my systems filled. I have a 22 rifle in the trunk. I've got a 22 pistol for more target application. It's the Smith & Wesson Victory.
Is that what you competed with?
No, they were like Olympic, like 22 pistols.
Oh, okay. Like Hammerellis or something?
Yeah, exactly. Hammerellis, Martinis.
Those are cool guns.
Yeah.
Smooth.
They just like go. I mean, their triggers are measured in grams. If
Yeah.
you lift them up too fast, they can fire. So that was the competition. But the Victory is, I put that out to 10, 15 yards for good pistol training, one-handed.
Victories are great.
Yeah. I mean, that as far as...
I think I reviewed it too.
Yeah, you did.
Those are great.
I like that a lot for just... And that's good, cheap practice.
Totally.
All about the 22.
Yeah. So, you're going to med school. Did you take a loan out yet?
Not yet, no.
But you're going to apply for that.
You have to wait for kind of their financial aid package to come out, so you can take that to the bank to tell them how much you want to borrow.
What would you like to specialize in from what you know now?
My mentor is an anesthesiologist, so I really like that. I've liked every OR I've been in. I like emergency medicine.
Yeah.
That's I did a lot of volunteering at the ER at the University of Utah Hospital, so saw some burn victims, motorcycle accidents, lots of ski accidents. But yeah, it's a good field.
To be part of that and fixing people.
Yeah. Helping people and helping people feel better, choose the best self health-wise that they can be.
Do you realize how funny this is to the left, right? Because we're looking at someone who's strapped on an AR-15.
Oh yeah.
He's loaded for without rule of law, and he has empathy for people. Imagine that. That you're actually going to devote your whole life to helping people is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
You're going to get yourself in hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. You're going to do 12-hour days studying, being poor for who knows how long, put your family through all types of stress so you can help fix people who are busted up. Am I getting that right? Okay, interesting. I just want to throw that out there to show what the average gun owner is really like in the United States of America. An empathetic, caring person. So just pushing back against all the lies about us out there. Yeah. Now, granted, on the back end, maybe 10 years down the road, you make a few bucks. Good on you. You've earned it.
I mean, I think when people complain about doctors making too much, I always tell them to look at the hospital administrators who have bachelor's degrees, who partied through college and are making more than doctors, and they're not healing a single person.
Right.
They're the ones who are making sure that we have enough masks for everyone right now.
Well, and how long will it take you to pay off your student loan? 15 years? Minimum. Yeah. Minimum.
The average debt,
plus malpractice insurance.
Yeah. The average debt, I think, is it's underreported. And the med school I'm going to right now is going to be $55,000 a year, so that's $220 at the end of 4 years. And then you're a resident and you're making about $9 an hour for the next 5 to 7 years, and then you can make money as an attending. So you have 4 years of loans that you're taking out, another 5 to 7 years where you're gaining interest on those loans but unable to pay those down because you're not making any money. And then you can start.
Yeah, that. Any job like that's just hard. It's a big upfront cost in time, studying, dedication.
Lots of doctors are working well past retirement for that reason. A lot of the people who I've shadowed or worked with are 60, 70.
Wow.
And I mean, I'm sure it's a part of they like what they're doing. They're still helping people.
Sure.
They're still good at it. But I think a little bit was they spent their 20s and 30s getting to that point. Didn't start making anything till they were 40.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're trying to
Say that again. They didn't start making anything until they're 40. So that's pretty average, right? For someone that takes out that.
I mean, it depends. There's some kids that graduate college at 22, get in, and they're out of med school at 26, and then another 4 or 5 years they're 31, and then they start making money. I'm not one of those people. I feel like if you're getting out of going into med school at 22, where was your life experience?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a full-time job ever? Did you work through college? I mean, I'm sure they'll be great doctors, but you also have to be a part of the world you're trying to help.
Where do you think we're going right now in the economy? What do you foresee in, for instance, 3 months and 6 months from now? Honestly, just give us your best prediction. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong.
3 months, I think. I mean, everything's gonna kind of tank. 3 months, I think people will feel like Corona's gone away, because in the summertime, flu strains, Corona strains, they're gonna be weakened. I think people will start feeling better. And I think in 6 months we'll start seeing this hit again as soon as it starts getting colder.
So second wave in 6 months. Do you think we're going to go into a depression? Yeah. It's looking more and more like that, isn't it?
I saw an article today that it was going to go a U.S. depression. I told my wife I think it's going to be a worldwide depression.
Yeah.
It's every country doing this.
I think we're right already at like 30% unemployment, which was depression level, if I'm right.
Yeah.
And it's like every week comes out, they're like, oh, another 3.3 million filed for unemployment.
Yeah.
And that's going to have the domino effect throughout everything. I don't think people understand what's coming. It's like the example I made, and I'll stick with it, is tsunami. It's rolling to our shores hard.
I think it's going to affect the I guess main workforce who is living paycheck to paycheck.
Yes.
Restaurant workers, anyone who does a service. There's a Sigillilly massage place that emailed me saying we're closed. We don't know when we're going to reopen. So lots of services, lots of businesses are just completely closed. And those are people who don't have with their jobs their 401k matches, their health insurance paid through. Like you, if you're not working, you're not earning any money. My sister-in-law cuts hair; she's out of a job now. And that's
who I feel bad for so much.
So,
and a lot of them don't have food storage, they don't have preparations, they don't have a way. I think what they're going to be doing is getting a credit card, just racking it up to the max, and then getting in more debt.
Yeah.
Gosh. And I think this bailout thing going on is going to put our government at risk. I mean, we're just going trillions more in debt. Where does that end? Does it end in insolvency for the U.S. government? It's just horrible.
Bill's got to be paid sometime.
That's right. It does. And it might result in huge inflation, too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a crack hit now, and then when you come off of it, it's not so good.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. You get an A+ on your gear check.
Sweet.
You have everything. You've got an AR, you've got your LVE, you're loaded up, you've got your pistol, your shotgun. Those are the three big bases. You're carrying everything. You didn't know I was coming by.
Not at all.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Nutnfancy Project, a round of applause for Mr. Emerson. Woo! Yeah.
The very patient puppy.
Yeah. Good pup dog there, too. All right. Well, thank you for being in TMP Patreon. I appreciate it.
Of course.
And, yeah, we'll see you over there. Yeah. So I'm working my butt off for you guys, putting out content. This will break to TMP Patreon first, and then, I don't know, maybe B channel. It's good to see a TMP or ace a gear check, because I've had so many bad ones.
So many fails.
Oh my gosh, there's so many bad ones.
I'm glad we went out today, because if I just came out with shorts or something, I would not have had that stuff on, just being home.
Yeah.
We went out, got home at like 1, and just decided to keep everything on me.
It's good. It's good. All right, brother. I wish you the best of luck in all your endeavors. I hope you can get a job between now and going out to med school. I hope you get a great loan, and I think you'll be super successful in life. Come thick or thin. We're in for some dark times, but you know what? They're not going to last forever. We'll come out of it, hopefully more humble and wiser.
Yep.
Nutnfancy Project. We'll see you. Thank you to Emerson. What's your dog's name again?
Teddy.
And Teddy. Over now.
So sweet.